News is tying a 2004 murder to Occupy Wall Street protesters. They continue to try to demonize these Occupy protesters, which is ridiculous. Now, this murder took place in 2004, as I mentioned, and the murder victim was a woman by the name of Sarah Fox. She went jogging in Manhattan, and then she disappeared. 6 days later, authorities found her body at the park, and they also found a CD near her. And when they tested the CD for DNA evidence, they found the evidence and they kept it in their files.
And it became obvious to them that a protester 8 years later is the one who did it. How is a 2004 case related to Occupy happening today?
Now, let me explain to you how ridiculous this is. Back in March, Occupy protesters were trying to make a statement about public transportation. And in the process of doing so, they used a chain to hold open an emergency exit gate during a protest this March 28th at a Brooklyn subway station. Now, when authorities later tested that chain for DNA evidence, they found that DNA on that chain matched the DNA on that CD found near the dead body in 2004.
Okay, only 1.5 million people could have touched that chain. You know, are you kidding me? And then this is evidence you use like, aha, the people at Occupy, or that walked by Occupy, or that happened to be on the subway totally unrelated to Occupy. One of those thousands upon thousands of people might have had something to do with a murder that happened many, many years ago, totally unrelated to Occupy, and hence Occupy is guilty, we told you.
But think about the picture that they paint for these Occupy protesters, or of these Occupy protesters, because they're essentially saying these people are evil murderers, right? It's the same kind of propaganda we talk about on the show on a regular basis, the kind of propaganda that we point out when Fox News does it, right? The baby killers, the doctors that do abortions are baby killers, baby killers, baby killers, go after them. These Occupy protesters, dirty hippies, they don't even know what they're protesting about. It's socialism, it's Marxism. Look at them, they're murdering people. Back in 2004, we have evidence, we have DNA evidence. People out there who are mentally unstable are gonna watch that garbage and they're gonna fall for it. They're gonna go out there and do violent things. This is really destructive for our society.
Okay, so a couple of thoughts on that. First of all, if this was a story about the Tea Party, I would never run it. If some lib came up to me and they're like, we've got evidence. Cenk, somebody at a Tea Party event, or maybe not at a Tea Party event, but that happened to walk by a chain at a Tea Party event, touched this chain and is connected possibly to a 2004 murder. So can you run the story about how the Tea Party has murderers in it? I'd be like, of course, hell no, I'm not gonna run that story. That's the most clownish story I've ever heard in my life. But these guys, they think, great, we can distort things and we can trick people into hating these people like we want them to. So, and by the way, what's the ultimate purpose? To protect the banks, right?
Of course.
So in order to protect the banks, if we have to paint them as violent criminals, etc., we'll do it. And the trick that they use there, and Fox News is very clever about this, DNA evidence.
Right.
Because once you say DNA evidence, people think, oh, they got him. They got him. What did they get him for? Who did they get? For what? No, those Occupy guys. You think the Tea Party guys are racist? The Occupy guys are murderers.